Back in the Soul Society, we see black energy emerging and white smoke spreading as Yhwach enters. He breaks Aizen's chair, removing all the seals. Aizen says, "I have to admit, I thought you'd settle everything up there without setting foot down here. But this shows you had more trouble with Kurosaki Ichigo than I had foreseen." Yhwach replies, "Don't try to project your own troubles onto me. It was you who was defeated by Ichigo, not I." Aizen continues, "At any rate, I must thank you for destroying that troublesome chair. As a result, I am able to stand in your way." Yhwach says, "You mean to fight me for the sake of the Soul Society? I can't imagine how that would benefit you." Aizen replies, "This is not about benefit. My only purpose has always been to crush all who seek to control me." In the next scene, Ichigo and Renji leap behind Yhwach, trying to strike him. Yhwach dodges their attack and says, "Ichigo, Renji, you certainly made it here quickly, though of course I saw that you would meet me here, that your sword would be restored, and that it would once more be broken." Ichigo is stunned as his sword is broken again. Yhwach comments, "I thought I had broken it more cleanly than that. You truly do have the most accursed luck, Ichigo." Black energy flows out, crushing everything in its path. Yhwach says, "You're barely hanging on, Ichigo. I can scarcely bear to watch. Why didn't you have Inoue heal you before coming after me? Because she was wounded? Or perhaps you thought you wouldn't make it in time if you wasted time healing. No matter when you arrive, you cannot hope to change a thing." As Yhwach continues talking, Renji attacks him. Yhwach responds, "The same goes for Renji Abarai." Renji ignores him, unleashing his bankai, Suzabimaru, and leaps into the air, trying to attack. But unsurprisingly, his bankai is cut down by Yhwach. "Your bankai is meaningless against me. Still, you don't understand. All of your bankai have already been crushed by me in the future. So when you face me, I will crush you with my own hands so you can understand what's happened." Suddenly, Aizen leaps and attacks Yhwach. Yhwach shouts, "Aizen!" remarking on how amusing it is that divine forces unite against a common enemy when faced with defeat. Aizen ignores Yhwach's warning and launches Haruna 99, Goryuten Metsu, and a purple dragon emerges, destroying the area. Aizen runs towards Yhwach to land a hit, but Yhwach says, "Have you not noticed that Aizen's sword has already been broken?" At that moment, Yhwach hits Aizen directly in the stomach, and blood spills out as he is sent flying. Yhwach says, "Don't bother these two," as he cuts Ichigo's hand. Ichigo tries to counter with his sword, but Yhwach catches it, saying, "I'm disappointed." He crushes the sword into pieces. "I applaud you for assessing the situation and instantly choosing to fight alongside Aizen's forces. However, Kyoka Suigetsu cannot deceive me. It was Renji I sent flying with my first move, and the one on my side with the next was you, Ichigo. I see it all." With these words, Yhwach breaks Ichigo's sword and shouts, "It's over for you, Ichigo." In the next moment, Yhwach creates a hole in Ichigo's stomach, cuts his hand, and blood spills from Ichigo's body. Yhwach grabs Ichigo and says, "Farewell. Your resistance was pleasant to behold. As thanks, I will allow you to perish alongside the Soul Society." Just as Yhwach prepares to deliver the final blow, he hears words echoing, and it turns out it wasn't Ichigo in front of him. It was Aizen, using Kyoka Suigetsu to trick Yhwach. Aizen says, "Do you see me as Kurosaki Ichigo? Do you?" Yhwach is stunned, and in the next moment, the real Ichigo stabs Yhwach from behind. The stab doesn't have an immediate effect, but then Ichigo unleashes Getsuga Tensho. As the attack rips through Yhwach, his body starts to disintegrate. Yhwach tries to retaliate, but his body is slowly disappearing. Aizen says, "Not bad, Ichigo. I'm impressed that you adjusted to Kyoka Suigetsu so quickly." Ichigo, standing over Yhwach's fading form, says he felt a strange uneasiness as he was heading to the Soul Society. It was the same feeling he had when Aizen placed everyone under his power. Aizen, impressed by Ichigo's observation, says, "You are quite right. I released Kyoka Suigetsu before you all arrived here, and I was able to confirm that my power could even alter the Almighty's vision of the future. All that happened was the existence of you, whom Kyoka Suigetsu would not affect. To think that my neglecting to show you my release of power would prove useful in such a fashion, Kurosaki Ichigo." As Aizen is about to say more, suddenly, a blade pierces through his body, cutting him down. Ichigo shouts Aizen's name, and we see Yhwach rising again. Yhwach remarks, "Aizen's attack has been reactivated. whether due to his overconfidence or because he has simply reached his limit. He then turns to Ichigo and says, "I hope you do not believe you have taken my life with an attack like that. My power allows me to change the future. Even my own death can be overwritten." Ichigo, determined, tries to attack Yhwach again, but Yhwach kicks Ichigo's hand, sending his sword flying. Ichigo attempts to fight without his sword, but Yhwach grabs him with his black aura and says, "It's over. Both the human world and the Soul Society will lose their form and become one before my power." As Yhwach is trying to control Ichigo, suddenly, an arrow pierces through his body. He looks confused, and from a distance, we see that it was Ishida who fired the arrow. Ishida explains, "Let me tell you what Uryu told me. The silver that appears from the Auswählen is called the Silver of Stillness. By mixing with the blood of the one who activated the Auswählen, it interferes with all of the user's abilities. For a single instant, it eliminates them completely." He then shouts, "Now's your chance, Kurosaki Ichigo." Yhwach, still unfazed, says, "So what? What did you hope to achieve by altering my power for just a mere instant?" Ishida doubts if they can make it in time, but Ichigo grabs his sword and launches a powerful blow toward Yhwach. Yhwach tries to break Ichigo's sword, but to his surprise, the sword was not broken. It was concealed within a stone shell. Ichigo's real sword emerges, and in the next moment, the blade approaches Yhwach. Yhwach says, "So what I saw at that moment was a glimpse of the future through my own eyes. I thought it was a dream you were showing me." At that moment, Hashwalt's dead body is revealed, and in the next instant, Ichigo cuts through Yhwach's body. With this, Yhwach is completely destroyed, bringing the legendary battle between Yhwach, Ichigo, and Aizen to an end.